Hello everyone, and myself Ashwati, and I'm currently pursuing third year biomedical engineering from Sahaldya College of Engineering and Technology, Kodakara. In this session, we are going to discuss more about an important biomedical equipment, ventilator, by Jessie Chaffee, who is currently working as a nursing teacher in St. James College, Thrissur. So let's get into it. Myself Ashwati. Nurse is just another word to describe a person strong enough to tolerate everything. So we have such a special person with us today to clear all our doubts. So let's welcome Mrs. Jessie Chaffee to our Biomed 360. She is currently working as a nursing tutor at St. James Hospital, Chalakudi. She has a working experience of 20 years at various hospitals. So once again, welcoming you ma'am to Biomed 360.
Thank you.
We all are very curious to know about the works that a nurse has to do related to the ventilator sector. So let's move to the Q&A session and let us know more about it. Ma'am, what are the steps done while connecting a patient to ventilator?
Okay. First of all, ventilation is the mechanical respiration. That means we have to assist the patient for exchange of indoor and outdoor air by giving any devices. First, we have to done the assessment of the patient. That means respiratory status by checking using the pulse oximeter and analyzing the ABG. Then you have to auscultate the breath sounds. Then we have to analyzing the SpO2 that less than decreased 75%. Without O2, we have to with O2 we have to start the ventilation, taking the informed consent and from the patient. These are the when the patient is conscious, you have to administer a muscle relaxants and sedatives or anesthesia. And first we put the ET tube, endotracheal tube, then connect check the position of the ET tube and connect the ventilator according to the condition of the patient, various modes of the ventilators.
Thank you, ma'am. Then many people have a doubt regarding the suctioning technique. Can you explain how suction is given to a patient?
Okay. When we done the suction with the ventilator, first the patient is conscious, explain the procedure to the patient to win the confidence and reduce the anxiety. Then we have to done the suction and under the aseptic techniques to reduce the infections, and also put off the all check the vital signs before and after the procedure to know the variations, and also put off the ventilator alarms and reset the alarms after suctioning. And also we have to administer IV lines and also maintaining the oral hygiene of the patient. We done the suction within the ventilator. First of all, hyperventilate the patient and also done the suction maximum 5 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. That helps for reducing the hypoxia of the patient. Then connect the ventilator and hyperventilate the patient. In case of a hypercapnia cases or COPD patients, we don't hyperventilate the patient. That also increases the hypercapnia. That is the suction technique of the ventilator.
Thank you, ma'am. Then what is the difference between open and closed suction technique?
Okay, in case of any open and closed open suction techniques, the suctioning done in the endotracheal tube either disconnecting the ventilator. But in case of the closed suction techniques, the no need to disconnect the ventilator, and more chance to get infection in the case of the open suction techniques, and in case of the closed suction techniques, less chance to get the infection. But in case of any open suction techniques, decreases the colonization of the organism. Closed suction techniques increases the chances for the colonization of the organism, and more chance in the case of the open suction system, more chance to get the more chance to get hypoxia. Closed suction techniques, less chance to get hypoxia. And less comfortable ആയിരിക്കും patient in the open closed suction system, but in closed suction system is more comfortable to the patient. And also in case of the open suction system, there is no ventilator alarms to show the difference of the ventilations. But in case of the closed suction system, ventilator is not disconnected, so the patient has the alarm, ventilator alarms put on when the patient goes to hypoxia or any other complications. There is a difference between open and closed suction system. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. And what is the difference between a portable and stationary ventilator?
Okay, say portable ventilator is the size of the portable ventilator is less, and stationary ventilator size is very large. And also the portable ventilator works without electricity and also the oxygen supply. It's also work in the room temperature. But in case of the stationary ventilators work as an electricity and also the oxygen supply. And the portable ventilator only give in the emergency conditions. And the stationary ventilators we are used in the ICU and also the emergency wards. The portable ventilators, we can port the ventilator or we can bring the ventilator anywhere along with the patient. And in the stationary ventilators, we cannot bring because it's high weight and it is a large size and more. It is applications less portable ventilators. More applications and more options are available in the stationary ventilators, and stationary ventilators are more better to the patient in case of an emergency, in case of the ICU techniques. But in the emergency situations, we have to save the life of the patient or give to the mechanical ventilation. We have to use the portable ventilators. The portable ventilator, the more better is the stationary ventilators, but in case of the emergency conditions, the portable ventilators are more better than the stationary ventilators. We can bring portable ventilators anywhere along with the patient in emergency situations.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you for spending your valuable time with us and for clearing our doubts. It was a very interesting session, and I would like to thank you on behalf of the entire team of Biomed 360. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. It's me, Ashwati, signing off.
Okay, thank you.